Hey guys, what's up? We're talking about Game of Thrones. I'm Grim. How you doing? Hey, season 6, episode 6 is the one we're talking about today. Another good one. I'm loving all these episodes, man. Like every episode I'm loving. Some people disagree. I respect your opinion, you junk, and at the same time, don't count it for shit. I'm kidding. Start the video over. No, fuck it. Fuck it. We're going with it. All right. Let's just get into it. Intros are bullshit anyway. Bran. Let's start with Bran because he started off the episode and a lot of stuff is going on with Bran right now. I don't know if you've been paying attention. There's a lot of stuff going on with this kid that's being dragged around in the snow on a sled, right? Tons of crap. Mainly, he just got a bunch of stuff uploaded to his brain and... yeah, he has a lot of stuff going on in his head, which is kind of crazy. Something I picked up on. Okay, a few things I picked up on that whole thing was that after he like did his whole eyeballs rolled up into the back of his head thing, and he came back to after the upload was complete, he said they found it. This raises many questions. Well, two specifically. Who are they? What is it? It's very curious that he would say that. They found it. They didn't expand upon that either, which fills me full of wonder, you know? I want to know what it is. And I don't know. Is it the horn? Because there's a horn in the books that's supposed to kill the wall, right? Maybe the White Walkers found the wall. Or maybe it's the Ironborn that found the other horn that controls dragons, maybe? Or maybe... Ned Stark found his head and came back to life. Oh my god. That would be the most insane of the theories. Anyway. Another thing I picked up on with his little visions there at the beginning of the episode was that he saw a glimpse of the Mad King, man. I saw it just briefly, and I'm pretty sure it was the Mad King. I mean, there was fire everywhere, and there's some old dude in the Iron Throne, and he was all like, burn them all! And, I mean, who else is that gonna be, right? It's gotta be Aerys. Right? That's his name, right? Aerys Targaryen? Yeah. Anyway. I wonder what that has to do with anything. It makes you wonder. And mainly, the other stuff he saw was just bad White Walker shit, which, you know, that's gonna happen. They're kind of a thing at the moment. And then... Benjen Stark shows up. Holy shit, what? Oh... Okay, you gotta wonder about that phone call, right? Phone call that Benjen Stark's actor got. Since we haven't seen him in like, I don't know, 6 years. Since like season 1. It's like, hey, we're rewriting you back in the show. So, pack your bags. That must have been a great day for him, huh? Right on. I'm happy. I'm glad he's back. He seems pretty badass, dude. I mean... what a fucking story he has going on, right? That should be like a side series unto itself. What the shit Benjen Stark has been doing for like the past 6 seasons, man. For real. Like, I want to know. Supposedly, this is what he says, is that he got stabified by a White Walker and he was starting to turn into one or something, and the Children of the Forest stopped it with Dragonglass. Which we also confirmed this episode that Dragonglass was the thing that made the White Walkers in the first place, which is kind of strange. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works. Maybe it was like, because Dragonglass kills them too, right? Maybe it was like, the Children of the Forest, like, stabbed him, the first one with Dragonglass, and was like, okay, you're our slave, kill those bad guys, get them. But then the guy figured out that, like, if he takes the Dragonglass out, he doesn't have to be under their control, and now he can, like, do whatever he wants. But as a side effect, he's all, like, cold and frosty and junk, and any amount of Dragonglass touches him again will just instantly shatter his ass. Maybe? I don't know. I'm just kind of theorizing on how White Walkers work. It's very interesting to learn this stuff, though, because they're very enigmatic, these White Walkers. Anyway, Benjen Stark also mentioned some stuff about the Raven sent for him, and then Bran was like, "Oh no, the Raven's dead," and he's like, "Nah, man, he lives again." Like, Bran's the new Raven or something. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, he's got like the the Raven, three-eyed Raven zip file uploaded and extracted into his brain dome. So yeah, I guess he's the new Raven now. That's pretty neat. I wonder what's gonna happen there. I guess they're gonna go to the wall and make their stand there, whatever that entails, right? Anyway, enough of that. We're going to Sam. Big Sam episode. This episode. Some people don't like the whole Sam story. I dig him. Sam's like one of my favorite characters. I've always liked Sam, books and show. He's a really relatable character. He feels really down to earth. Some of these guys are just like over the top, larger than life, like Red Viper or Dorn. I mean, how many fucking Red Viper or Dorn motherfuckers do you meet in real life? Like maybe one in a lifetime. I don't know. He's not that relatable, you know? But Sam, you're like, yeah, I feel your steez, buddy. I feel you. Anyway, he takes Gilly to go see the fam at Hornhill. Didn't tell the fam that she was a wildling, though. I mean, this is the part where you relate to Sam. Like, you understand that he's very squeamish about this shit. At the same time, what do you got to lose, Sammy? Sammy, what do you got to lose? You've been renounced by your family. You've been stripped of your inheritance and your title. You're sent to the wall by those motherfuckers. Why would you want to save face with them? Who cares? What the fuck else can they do to you? Well, I guess he has to be nice to him so they'll take her in. But, I mean, you saw how well that worked out, right? Anyway, they have dinner together. Oh, another thing I noticed is that Gilly is just charmingly awkward in that dress. Is she not? It's just something so charming about her just looking awkward in a dress. I don't know why. It's just me. Let's see. Yeah, they meet Randall Tarley. He's an asshole. If you didn't pick up on that. He is a complete bitch, man. I hate that guy. Feels like a wannabe Tywin, except with like no subtlety or tact. He's just like blatant, like, it's time you fight. And then like, you know, makes him not eat the bread and shit. I mean, come on, man. Fuck you. You sent your kid to the wall. At least you could be as cordial with him. After all the shitting on him you did. Fuck that guy. Jesus, no, he can't even be fucking cordial. Anyway. Yeah, after the whole being an asshole to Sam thing, Gilly stands up for him because Gilly's one of the good ones, right? Okay, spiel time. There are just tons of crazy hot chicks in Game of Thrones universe. We can all agree on that, right? Like, my scale, like, you know how the fellas have a scale, fellas and ladies watching? The fellas got a scale to rate their women. Mine is impossibly high because Daenerys is my 10. I mean, to be a 10 in the Book of Grimm, I have to want to die for you. I want to fall. It has to be I have to want to fall on a sword for you. All right, that's my 10. Very high. So if I call you a 6, that's still pretty high praise. You're all 10s though in my book, all ladies watching. And men of that persuasion, if you're into that, whatever. Sure, you're a 10 too, why not? Like, comment, subscribe. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see. Yeah, but Gilly's a stand-up chick. Despite all these other hot chicks, you know. She's the one that will stand up for you at dinner when your dad's being an asshole. How many other girls in Game of Thrones will do that? Not many, right? Maybe Arya, but she's like 10, so that's weird. But Gilly's a great gal. You know what? She was made for Sam. Anyway, unfortunately, she gives away that she's a wildling in the process. But I mean, fucking, she had just told friggin' Randall Tarley that Sam killed a Thenn. I'm gonna remind you what Thens are. They're motherfucking cannibals. They're cannibal crazy assholes. Right? Not to be trifled with. Like, of the most badass warriors of the wildlings, Thens are probably the most badass. Because they have, like, access to, like, metals and ores and such, and they can make proper armor, and they're, like, trained, and they're, like, centralized, you know? They're the most army-like of the armies of the wildlings. You dig? And they eat people, which is just, like, an extra layer of fucked up. And he killed a White Walker. How many people killed a White Walker in this show? Sam, John, Mira. Is there anybody else? I think those are the only 3. That's high prestige, man. And then freaking Randall Tarley just completely ignores all that badass shit Sam's done. He's like, oh, you're wilding that. Okay, another spiel time. I'm taking off the jacket for this shit. What the fuck has Randall Tarley done? Here's my question. What has Randall Tarley done when you put it side by side with what Sam's done? Right? Okay, I'm gonna sort of associate Randall Tarley with the armies of the Reach, since, like, you know, he's called like the biggest badass of the Reach armies, right? Of all the High Garden is like capital of the Reach and junk. Anyway, their armies are like headed by Randall Tarley, and he's supposed to be the head badass. What has he done? His one claim to fame is that he was the only guy that beat Robert Baratheon in a battle during Robert's Rebellion. That's it. That's like his only claim to fame, which I'm going to now denounce, right? Robert Baratheon had been on a killing spree since, like, he started this shit. Nobody was beating Robert Baratheon. And you know what? After a while, somebody's gonna end up, you know, getting the better of him. Which, you know, he didn't really get the better of him. He just made him retreat. He staved off a siege at Ashford, I believe it was. And you know what? That shit was gonna happen eventually. You just happen to be the lucky guy, Randall. Congratulations! What else has the Reach armies done? They sieged Storm's End, which they promptly broke when Ned Stark showed up. I mean, they weren't even like fucking building siege equipment to take Storm's End or anything. They weren't doing shit to take Storm's End. They were just camped out. Yeah, that kind of siege. The whole starve you out kind of siege. The lamest kind of siege. I don't know if he took part in that, but I mean, that's the Reach army. So, yeah. They sided with the Targaryens. Wrong side of rebellion, kind of a bitch move. They mentioned no one from the Reach when it was the Ironborn rebellion going on. When they the first war of the Ironborn, where they were rebelling, and then like all those all-stars of Westeros showed up to kill everybody. Like Jorah Mormont was there, Ned Stark, Robert Baratheon, Thoros of Myr, all sorts of badasses were up there. No mention of anybody from the Reach, right? Friggin' yeah! Randall Tarley's only claim to fame is that he beat Robert Baratheon, which wasn't even that great of a thing. Fuck Randall Tarley, man! How many White Walkers have you slain, motherfucker? So anyway, when Sam jacks the steel later, the Valyrian steel, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Sam. Fuck that motherfucker. You jack that steel. You have more than earned that sword, right? And he may actually need that sword. I was talking the other day with some friends, and I came up with this little theory. Somebody else probably came up with it because no idea is original and all that junk. But here's a theory I was thinking about. You know how Sam's baby Sam, the one they're lugging around, Sam and Gilly? He was originally, well, Craster's kid. And all of Craster's kids were promised to the White Walkers, right? So, here's what I was thinking. Now that Sam has a Valyrian steel and is totally capable of just laying waste to any White Walker, really. Well, if he gets lucky. Maybe, like, Craster had some sort of contract with the White Walkers where he would, like, hand over his sons. Which is what happened. Maybe the contract said that they would leave him alone and then leave the armies of the South, or everyone in Westeros alone as well. Like, maybe that was the deal with Craster. Maybe in his own fucked up way, he was actually a protector of the realm. And that now that the contract is breached with the White Walkers and Craster, since, you know, Craster got deaded like a long time ago. And now one of his babies is like way down south, down Hornhill. Like, I don't know if you know where Hornhill is. It's like it's like close to Dorne, man. Like, that's the most south of the south of Westeros. Now that that baby's down south, maybe, like, since there was a breach of contract, the White Walkers have all rights to, like, go down south because of that. And that's how they get past the wall. Just a theory, though. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen. But it sounds cool, right? Sort of. I don't know. I'm sure there's all sorts of holes in that theory, but you know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, but okay. I think I'm done with Sam though. I felt like spent a long time on Sam, but still, Sam was a big part of this episode, and I love him. So, thumbs up, Sam. I'm glad you jacked that steel, man. I'm glad. I hope your dad gets all pissy and shits himself over it too, because that guy's a total bitch. Moving on, Tommen Baratheon still sucks. Jesus Christ, I hate that kid. Seriously, I hate that kid. He is just a fucking... He's a tool. He's a straight up tool, right? He is just there to be manipulated. I swear. I feel like Tywin really set this up with him too, right? Like, when Joffrey died and Tywin was talking to Tommen, it was like, hey, you're the new king now. You know what wise kings do? They listen to smart people. And that sort of like opened the door to him being manipulated by everyone. Like, Tommen, you need to think for yourself sometimes, buddy, alright? It's cool that you're taking advice from other people, but have a thought of your own as well. He is totally being manipulated by the High Sparrow. Obvious. Being fucking played. And, you know, Jaime Lannister's plans and Mace Tyrell's plans of, like, rolling in, mob deep, gunned out, ready to throw down with all the motherfuckers that, the faith militant. And then they're like, there'll be no walk of atonement! Marjorie Tyrell has atoned for her sins! Like, oh, you son of a bitch. A High Sparrow man. I hate him. He is a fucking mastermind, right? He was probably going to do the Walk of Atonement too, but then those motherfuckers showed up. He probably was like, what are my options here? Either throw down and get my ass killed, or cancel the Walk of Atonement. And yeah, outplayed. He straight up outplayed. Lady Olenna called it like it is, man. High Sparrow outplayed them. That's a damn shame. Actually, I heard this podcast about like I don't want to get into religious shit. It was like of this incident that occurred with like sort of the founding of the Anabaptist Church was like sort of related to I'm hesitant to use the word fanaticism, but it was kind of what it was, where like this one guy was like manipulating a bunch of people into like doing his shit. It just kind of reminded me of the High Sparrow when I was listening to it. But I hope I didn't offend any people with my religion talk, but you know what? This is all religion-based, this High Sparrow shit. So, yeah. No Walk of Atonement for Marjorie. I wonder if there's going to be a Walk of Atonement for her brother. What's his name? Loras Tyrell. That'd be some fan service to the ladies, right? Yeah? How come dudes never do the Walk of Atonement? I mean, I'm not like saying there should totally be a Walk of Atonement for the dudes, but I mean, why is it always the ladies that seem to have it? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, maybe that'll happen, huh? Who knows? Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then Jaime gets fired from the Kingsguard for the stunt he pulled. You know what? Fuck him. I wouldn't even be mad if I were Jaime. I'm like, shit. All right. Done with this bullshit. I'm going back to Casterly Rock and kicking it like a boss. Fuck you, Tommen. Eat a dick. Fuck you, son. No, he can't call him his son. That'd be weird. Except it'd be true. Whatever. We're not even getting into that. And now, it's looking like Jaime has to take back Riverrun for the crown and shit. Which, by the way, did they confirm that last episode, or was it? Yeah, they confirmed that this episode that the Blackfish did in fact take Riverrun back. I was a bit questionable because we heard it from Littlefinger first, so I mean, take everything Littlefinger says with a grain of salt. That's a lesson Sansa could take. But whatever. Riverrun was taken back by the Blackfish, and now Jaime has been charged with taking the armies of the Lannisters and getting Riverrun back for the shitty, stupid phrase that are still around. I completely wiped them from my memory, but now they're fucking back. I hate those dirty phrases, man. If you've forgotten, or if you've repressed those memories, they're basically the ones responsible for the Red Wedding. Them and Tywin. But, I mean, it was Tywin's idea. They were the one that executed it. Keyword execute. Yeah. They had a little scene with the phrase too, and show that they still have Edmure Tully as a hostage. Forgot about him. Haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, he just kind of got hitched at the Red Wedding, and then we just kind of forgot about him. He just got thrown into the dungeons or something. He's looking ragged, man. Anyway, I guess they got that chip against the old Blackfish. If he still gives a fuck about Edmure Tully. Shit. I wouldn't. Guy was dumb. I think the Blackfish is a lot smarter than Edmure Tully. He's probably a more fit lord for Riverrun anyway. While we're on the subject of Riverrun and the Riverlands, they also show that there's like tons of crap happening in the Riverlands we don't know anything about. Right? Freaking, that's like the theme of this episode. It's like there's a bunch of crap happening we don't know anything about. Like freaking Benjen Stark up north. I want to know what happened to Benjen Stark. Riverlands. There's all these armies gathering. They're like, they found out what the phrase did. Total dick move at the Red Wedding. And they're like, okay, I'm not following this asshole. He's going to Red Wedding my ass. I'm going to join the rebellion. The Brotherhood without banners are all up in the place. They're gathering power. They're still around. They're fucking shit up. What? There was a family they talked about that was rebelling. The it's not the Manderleys. It's something with an M. I can't remember. If I was playing the Game of Thrones Mountain Blade Warband game right now, I'd be able to tell you, but I'm not. Pre-commentary and such. Anyway, there's like a bunch of rebellion going on in the Riverlands right now, right? And there's so much crap we don't know anything about it. I want to know what's going on here. It's so interesting. It's what you can only jam so much awesomeness into a show, right? And they couldn't do anything with the Riverlands. So yeah, I sympathize, but I mean, like, yeah, I want to know about this stuff. Anyway, moving on. Walder Frey's still a dick. That pretty much sums all that up. Let's move on to Arya. Big stuff happens with Arya this episode. And I was watching this, and she was watching the play, and we saw a really rare smirk from Arya when she saw the play's depiction of Joffrey dying at the Purple Wedding, right? And I was wondering, was this the first time she heard about this? I don't know. I can't recall how else she would hear about it. I mean, it's not like she has access to Ravens or the news or anything. That may have been the first time she heard about Joffrey dying. I don't know. I'm sure there's something that negates my argument there, but whatever. But yeah, rare smirk. Goes to poison the rum, though. Can't go through with it. Arya cannot be a faceless man and decides to go AWOL. I kind of saw this coming. Like last episode, I was like, man, she is not feeling this faceless man steez, man. She can't let go of Arya, and I don't blame her. Arya's badass. If I were Arya, I wouldn't want to let go of being Arya either, because Arya is a badass, right? So she grabs Needle, and she hits the road. Well, sort of. But now the faceless men are gunning for her, man. I'm like, shit. Like, one side of me was like, oh, that is a dumb move, Arya. That's a dumb move. But the other side is like, fuck yeah, Arya. Stay Arya, girl. You be proud of yourself. But now, man, I hope she's good with Needle is all I'm going to say. Better with her sword than with a stick, man. Because that waif wrecked her shit when she was armed with a stick. And she is personally going to take pleasure in gutting her, to put it eloquently. Damn. I'm like excited / scared for Arya, man. She is facing an uphill battle. I mean, even if she does like dispatch the waif, right? Even if she does get rid of her, what's stopping the other faceless men from picking up where she left off? She is now forever hunted by the faceless men, which is not good. They are professional ass assassins, man. That's their thing. That's their job. That's their bread and butter. You don't fuck with the man's bread and butter, and she has officially fucked with these men's bread and butter. I'm scared for Arya, but I mean, if she's going to reach the upper echelons of badassery, this is the path. I'm happy for her, also scared, but mostly excited for all this story for Arya. Anyway, what's left? What's left? Oh, Dany. They had a little scene from Dany. That's about it, yeah. Oh, something I noticed, she was asking Dario, like, how many ships do I need to get the Dothraki to Westeros? He's like, I don't know, like 1,000. And what do you know, the Ironborn, well, Euron Greyjoy is Ironborn anyway, are building 1,000 ships right now. Wow, what a coinky-dink, huh? Jesus. Yeah, so it's pretty much been foretold that they're gonna, you know, mingle, coalesce to a shitty sandwich. A shitty Targaryen Ironborn sandwich, which I already hate. But you know what? Whatever. I hope Dany pulls like a thing where like, you know when she initially got the Unsullied, and the slave master was all talking shit to her what's that language? Valerian. Didn't realize Dany didn't know the language, or knew the language, and then when she finally cut loose, she was like, Dracarys, and scorched that motherfucker. I hope she pulls this shit with Euron Greyjoy, where she's like, oh yeah, I'll marry you for your ships. Hey, we're to Westeros. Thanks for the ships. Listen, this marriage thing, not working out. Dracarys. And then, you know, Dragon just scorches the motherfucker alive, because I hate that guy. I don't care for him, and he deserves it. So, there you go. Oh yeah, Drogon is back, by the way. I forgot to mention that. He is big as hell, too. That dragon is big. Damn. So, yeah, that's a thing. Impromptu speech as well. And calls everyone her blood riders. Cool. I want to be your blood rider, too, Dany. I'm going to say I'm your blood rider, too. Okay? Okay. Anyway, that's about it. Not much going on with Dany. Just, like, you know, that. Still, so much is set up now. I think I'm most excited for Arya's story, honestly, just because it's gonna be tough for her, man. It's gonna be tough, and I would love to know some more stuff about the crap going on in places we never hear about, like the Riverlands and Benjen Stark. More stuff I'm excited about. Hopefully they get into that next episode. I don't know. We'll find out then. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Laters!